I was a more Kawakasiapa, and open so by the Fidicus. So I say, Lion TV Ghana, and no first time I ever had a show. Over share video with your movie. Now, if you've been so shared the movie. I was here. Now, news BS equity social media is what. Now, John Dramani Mahama, after near appointees, I was here. There has been a lot going through a year, Papano, Najinim, and a year this time, the government, what I say, I was here, young queen, now for Sembia, Ghana phone movie. Eddie Tuja, if a John Dramani Mahama on Yanko, 90 Maria, ever to us, Ediama.
Otherwise, for me, I think very soon I'll even be petitioning for the removal of the Auditor General. Because one report on 52.5 billion from December 2020, we are now in 2025. Why? What is it? Who are you shielding? You wrote the letter and said there was money missing. Okay, they couldn't trace from GCB into thin air. And now bring the reporter and also Asem. Come on, let's get into it. Mr. Kansi, finally, our Greek matter that, yes, I've seen that we'll be coming to it, the president's speech, yes. But we want to remind our young people that look, we all have to get into agriculture. We have to Operation Feed Yourself. I think the president gave it a new name. I'll look at the speech again and then come. But it's essentially Operation Feed Yourself. It's embarrassing. I mean, coming to sit here, we talk year in, year out, and yet we can't feed ourselves. We import about 100 million of million series worth of mango from Burkina Faso. It's insanity. Burkina Faso, desert land. Then the tomatoes, over 300 million, etc. Yes. Anyway, and finally, I heard Ghpage has been arrested. We want to remind the NIB that 48 hours is 48 hours. Because today is Saturday, tomorrow Sunday. The Supreme Court has been very clear. If you want to detain her beyond 48 hours, please go to the court. There is a way. The Chief Justice, Aboowa, gave the circular in 2020, sometime in 2020, on how to do it. You go and see the registrar. Tomorrow, there will be a judge for you. You don't even need to get to the 48 hours. That's very
so
clear.
Even on Sunday, the court will sit.
Yes.
If so demanded.
Absolutely. You remember even recently the NDC cases, some of them on public holidays. And when the decision came out in 2019, me sitting here, I've been to court Saturdays on a number of occasions, and then the public holidays. And you see as I said a few weeks ago, the NDC petitions, some of them were held on a public holiday, right? Yeah, so please, NIB, let's do the needful. If you intend to keep Ghpage beyond 48 hours, then today, I even prefer that go today, because the Supreme Court said, don't wait till you are getting to the 48 hours, because sometimes when you're planning that, okay, I have 2 hours more to go, so that's the time you start preparing, something may happen and you'll be late. The moment it goes beyond the 48 hours, you are in breach of the law. Very, very clear. They say 48 hours is 48 hours. That was so for Kufu's valedictory judgment. That's the last judgment before she left, she retired as a Chief Justice and Supreme Court judge. So please, let's try and work within the timelines. 48 hours doesn't mean that wait after 48 hours, then now you're prepared to go to court. No, it says within. If you arrest somebody, that's Article 14, Clause 3. If you arrest somebody, then, or a suspect, whether suspect or the person is accused at that time, and there are differences, and you want to detain the person beyond 48 hours, then make sure that you go to court within, please, with all the energy I can master, go to court within the 48 hours, please. Not after the 48 hours. And the more you wait and think that, oh, I'll get him before the 48 hour, if something happens and then you don't find the court early enough and it goes beyond, it's a breach of the law. Ghpage can sue you, and I'll be happy to represent her. Once it's 48 hours, that one, as citizens, we all must jump in, right? Because we don't know tomorrow.
So you'll be happy to represent Ghpage?
Oh, yes, if once it's 48 hours.
48 hours.
Yeah. If NIB breaches it, that one, let's not play. Yes, the fact that I want her to face justice doesn't mean that we should keep her beyond 48 hours. No, that one, let's not do that. It's not worth it. I mean, she has come into the country. If she intended to abscond, I'm sure she wouldn't have come back. So once she has come in, let 48 hours be 48 hours. And it applies to all of them. I mean, this is what there was a lot of abuse. That's why I went to court. So for those who don't know that case, 48 hours is 48 hours. That's the case of Martin Kpebu number 4 versus Attorney General number 4. Please, Saturday, Sunday is no longer an excuse. The courts will open.
So that previously they used to say because it's a weekend, when they arrest you on Friday, they keep you till Monday.
Ah, yeah, it's long gone. That big man.
You challenge the law.
Absolutely.
And you got judgment in your favor.
Well, it's for the people of Ghana. I always say the Supreme Court is a policy court. So when you go, they look at the case. It's not even your English. You know, sometimes it's an irony. Sometimes you go back and read what you wrote and you say, how did I write this? Because you are not happy with the choice of words. Sometimes there are a few typos here and there. But it's a policy court, so they look beyond even the lawyer's abilities. So it doesn't matter. Sometimes your language may not be that perfect or up to scratch, but they look at it. Because even in India, and they've said it in our courts here, a lay citizen can just get up and write about a constitutional problem to their constitutional court. It's a letter. Yes, that's the form they do. You write, dear Chief Justice, there is this and this and this problem. Express yourself. When they read it and they see the problem, then they put together the brief. So the point I'm just emphasizing is that when you see the Supreme Court decisions, there are a lot of policy decisions. The Supreme Court is a policy court. It's not about, I'm the shark lawyer, I'm crack. No. It's more about policy. Okay.
I see. Now, so this is Kpebu number 4.
Absolutely.
And so because of you, at least, nobody has to suffer the injustice of being behind bars or in custody for beyond the 48 hours with that excuse. At least with your own resources as well, you challenge the law.
Yes,
you challenge the law, and now all offenses are expected to be bailable, even though it's at the discretion of the judge.
Yes.
So you have Kpebu number 1, number 2, Kpebu number 3, Kpebu number 4.
Yeah. All
this delivering or improving on the justice delivery system.
Absolutely.
In this country. So congratulations to you once again. You have done your bit.
To the Supreme Court.
Anyway, so this is another matter we'll get into, this Gift Your Worry matter as well. But I also want to now welcome, for the first time on the show, Professor Stephen Agye. He is a renowned economist, former chairman of the National Development Planning Commission. Professor Stephen Agye, good morning. Welcome, sir.
Good morning.
It's good to have you this morning. Join us.
Welcome.
Thank you. I would also be joined by Dr. Boama Otokono, who is the Director of Presidential Initiatives in Agriculture and Agribusiness. Because, Council, you mentioned agriculture and agribusiness as well. He will be speaking essentially about some of the issues that came up at the National Economic Dialogue and what the way forward should be. But I'll start with you, Professor Agye. So this is not the first time we've had a dialogue like this, and engagements and proposals on how to address the economic situation that we're faced with. You observed what went on and some of the discussions that took place. The proposals that were made, did you get that sense of conviction that the commitment to implement them is there based on the comments that government has made or government officials have made during and after this dialogue? Prof.
First of all, so long as the country exists, there must be a continuous dialogue. And I think that especially at the beginning of a new government with inheriting the crisis we went through, the debt restructuring, I think it was quite ingenious for them to have very early to have this dialogue. I see the dialogue to have two elements. One is social mobilization, trying to carry the people along. So irrespective of the outcome of it, it was a good move.
Yes.
And it took too long. I think that the previous government missed it because everybody was saying that, let us talk together, no matter how difficult the situation is. Once you bring minds together, there will be a way out.
Yes.
I must say that on this occasion, the president, on the two occasions, about 8 years ago, 2014, he called